Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back yet again for another video. Today I wanted to touch on some Dexter news. As we know, there's been a lot of casting announcements, whether it be new characters, returning characters that are in fact dead, but they are coming in and playing kind of a spectral type of character as far as returning to Dexter in his time of recovering from the gunshot that he got from Harrison at the end of New Blood. But yet again, we have another one, along with John Lithgow coming back as the Trinity Killer. I think his name is Jimmy Smits coming back as Miguel. And I think they have others, but the most notable one, or I guess most recent one, James Dokes coming back. I think his name's Eric King coming back to play this part again as another kind of ghost specter type character, because Dexter being on the brink of life and death, and that being the whole premise really about Dexter Original Sin, where we're seeing everything as far as his life flashing before his eyes, where he started, just kind of where he ended up. And so we got this character coming back who is a pretty notable character from the original series. I can't remember exactly what season he died in. It might have been as early as 2 or 3, but he was the character. He was a sergeant there within the Miami Vice. He always suspected Dexter of being the Bay Harbor Butcher. He was always just suspicious of him. He was, he would follow him, he would track his moves, and just kind of look into his history. And just he was always ready to prove the fact that he was in fact the guy that was behind all of these criminals that were eventually found within that harbor and everything. And he was willing to do whatever it took to prove to everyone that he was the Bay Harbor Butcher, but it just never really worked out for him. People thought he was crazy, and then his personal problems with Dexter and everything, calling him a fucking weirdo and all this. So it should be interesting to see just kind of what that connection is or whatever, that they bring him back, because Dexter is going to see all these people from his past that are since gone, and just what they intend to do with that. Honestly, and if they don't do this, this will just be a wasted opportunity. If they don't have him, his first appearance on screen be opened up with surprise motherfucker, that is a huge missed opportunity. I mean, that would be the perfect kind of thing. It doesn't have to be kind of showy as the first time that we ever heard that, but just kind of an off the cuff kind of thing where he just says surprise motherfucker, and he goes into kind of a hallucinated conversation with him and everything. And not only that, with this kind of, being the point where Dexter is found out as being the Bay Harbor Butcher, is this going to be a moment, or, something for Dexter to finally, if he chooses to anyways, to admit it or whatever, or the people continue to investigate it, for him to kind of clear Dokes' name, because he went out with people thinking he was in fact the Bay Harbor Butcher. So I'm very excited to see just, with all of these past characters come in, and one I wish they would do, but I don't think they're going to, would be Julie Benz. I mean, I understand they're kind of bringing back antagonists or straight up villains from the original series, but to have her come back and so Dexter could see her again and just kind of have maybe a moment of closure with her, to have her come back, be like, I don't know if they would do it this way, or just have them have a conversation or whatever, where maybe she comes back and says, it's not your fault that I got killed, but I guess in some ways it is too. But just to have them have an interaction again, I would love to see that. But I don't think they're going to go that way. I've heard no news of Julie Benz coming back to play the part of Rita again. But we just got so much going on with this series, and it's coming up here less than a month. We've got a few weeks now. And so I'm very excited to see just jumping back into this world and continuing the story, since so many people were unsatisfied with that original ending that we got from the original series, from Dexter and New Blood, and just to continue that story of Dexter, trying to connect with his son, just to see where he's at, because we got this whole thing where we see the news clips within the trailer about the dark passenger killer. Could that be Harrison? It could definitely be him, because he doesn't have anybody there to kind of rein him in when he kind of gets caught up in his urges and everything. So it should be a very exciting series, and to see Michael C. Hall come back and do this, I mean, a character that he just absolutely loves and fights to bring back all the time. So just really excited to see just what they do with it. And I guess that will do it. But I will keep my eyes open for more announcements. I mean, they have to be reaching the end of filming, because again, we're down to less than a month until the premiere. So they're probably, at this point anyways, they have to be getting to the post-production stages of just wrapping it up and getting the editing done and all that. But if I hear any more, I of course will make a video to report on that. But if you enjoyed this video, you enjoy my other Dexter videos, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.